Single moms, when did you realize your kid wasn't as innocent as you thought? My son Alex was the perfect kid. Straight A's, never missed curfew, helped with dishes without being asked. At 17, he was everything you'd want in a teenager. While other moms complained about attitude and rebellion, I bragged about my angel child. Alex worked part-time at the grocery store after school and always came home with his uniform clean, counting his tips from bagging groceries. He'd hand me $40 every Friday to help with rent, saying he wanted to contribute to the household. You raised him right, my sister would say. He's going places. I believed her. Alex was my pride and joy, my proof that single parenting could work. His father walked out when he was 3, but we'd done just fine without him. Then one Thursday night, I got a call that changed everything. The voice on the phone was shaky, nervous. Ma'am, is this Alex's mother? This is Detective Morrison from the downtown precinct. We need you to come pick up your son. My heart stopped. Alex was supposed to be at work until 9. It was barely 8 o'clock. There's been a misunderstanding, I told the officer. My son's at his job. He's never been in trouble a day in his life. Ma'am, your son was arrested for running an illegal gambling operation behind Mitchell's Pizza. We've been watching him for 3 weeks. I drove to the station in complete shock. This had to be a mistake. My Alex didn't even play poker with friends. He spent his free time studying and working. When they brought him out, he looked smaller somehow. Still my baby, but wearing handcuffs and avoiding my eyes. Alex, what's going on? Tell them this is all wrong. He finally looked at me, and I saw something I'd never seen before. Guilt. Real, deep shame. Mom, I can explain everything. Detective Morrison laid it all out. For 6 months, Alex had been organizing high-stakes poker games for college kids and young adults. He'd rent the back room at Mitchell's Pizza after hours, take a cut from every pot, and make more in one night than I made in a week. The grocery store job was real, but it was just his cover story. He'd work his 4-hour shift, then head to the pizza place to run his gambling ring until 2 in the morning. We've been tracking him since January, the detective explained. Kid's smart, never played himself, just organized everything and took 20% of the winnings. Some nights he was walking away with $800. $800, I was working double shifts at the diner for half that much. The $40 he gave you every week, Detective Morrison continued, that was probably his tip money from one hand of cards. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. All those nights I thought he was being responsible, working late and studying hard. He was actually running an underground casino. Why? I asked him in the car afterward. We were doing fine. You didn't need to do this. Alex stared out the window for the longest time. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet. Mom, you work 16-hour days and we still eat pasta 3 nights a week. You haven't bought new clothes in 2 years. Your car's falling apart and you pretend it's fine. He turned to look at me and I saw tears in his eyes. I heard you crying last month when the power company called. You thought I was asleep, but I heard you begging them not to shut off our electricity. You promised to pay double the next month. My throat got tight. I tried so hard to shield him from our money problems. I wanted to fix everything, he continued. I wanted to give you enough money so you could quit that second job and sleep more than 4 hours a night. I wanted to buy you a reliable car and pay off your credit cards. The worst part was, he'd been succeeding. The money he'd been secretly making could have solved all our problems. But at what cost? I never wanted to hurt anyone, Mom. I just wanted to take care of you the way you've always taken care of me. That night, we sat at our kitchen table and had the most honest conversation we'd ever had. About money, about sacrifice, about the difference between helping your family and breaking the law. Alex got community service and probation. He really did quit the gambling business, went back to just working at the grocery store. But something had changed between us. I realized my sweet, innocent boy had been carrying adult worries on his 17-year-old shoulders. He'd been watching me struggle and decided to fix it the only way his teenage brain could figure out. The kid I thought was perfect had actually been living a double life for months. But maybe that didn't make him less perfect. Maybe it just made him more human.